So honestly, the Panthers and the Cowboys game, that was a lot more anger. That was a lot more frustration. The way that the Vikings just tried to give away the Panthers game, just like they did the Lions game, and then they just completely crapped themselves against the Cowboys. But this latest one is more, I've become comfortably numb. This is more of a, I told you so. This is more of a, hey, even when the Vikings were up 17-3 and 24-10, we knew that this was not going to be over because of the leadership at the top. Because this team does not have the killer instinct. Mike Zimmer is not that guy, and it's time. It's time. 8 years. 8 years, and this team cannot salt away a double-digit lead to save their life, and it's just so frustrating, man. Especially, so Vikings lose 34-31 against the Ravens in overtime. So the Vikings were gifted a special teams touchdown by rookie phenom Kene Nwangu. You get 2 interceptions, including one in overtime. You had a 14-point lead twice, and you still blow it. You still blew it. And Vikings fans, like, we knew, like, you were sitting at home and were just watching this stupid game, and you knew that the Vikings were going to find a way to lose. Even though the Ravens, by the way, were trying to do everything in their power to lose as well. Like, they were trying to screw up all over the place. But no, it's it. One game like this is an anomaly, but the fact that this has happened over and over and over again, it's leadership. It's Zimmer. And something has to be done because you gave it away against the Bengals. You gave it away against the Cardinals. You nearly did versus the Lions and the Panthers. You shat the bed on national television against the Cowboys, completely embarrassing this team, this helmet, the state, everything against the Cowboys. And then this. And then this. Well, it's not a fluke. It is a trend. This team cannot close out games, and that all stems from the head coach. And also, his stupid defense, by the way. Ravens dominated time of possession, 46 minutes and 20 seconds. Dominated the ball. 500 yards of offense. Again, I thought Zimmer was supposed to be a defensive specialist, huh? And I understand that part of this is because the defense was gassed because the offense was going 3-and-out. I fully understand that. But also, no excuses. None. Also, 247 on the ground to Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon friggin' Bell. It's just disastrous. But they're okay on third down, 6 of 15. That's actually pretty good. But then they're 3 of 3 on fourth down. It's just 36 first downs. The Ravens moved the sticks 36 times. And what may be Zimmer's saving grace is that all the excuses were in there. Danielle Hunter out for the season with the torn pec. Michael Pierce out again, whatever, with the elbow, sure. And the Harrison Smith popping up on COVID right before the game. I get it. I get it. You're missing 3 of your key players. But, again, you had 2 touchdown leads twice on the road, and you had all of those gifts, the interceptions, the kick return, everything. Offense was garbage. Defense was garbage. And all around, it was just a very piss-poor effort, but also typical Vikings. Like, we knew, like, every Vikings fan watching that game knew, like, they were going to find a way to find the banana peel, slip and fall, and yeah. So we're going to do winners and losers, as we like to do when we're sort of depressed. Go losers first. So losers, the Vikings defense. Again, without 99, without Pierce, without Harrison, etc. Touchdown before the half. If the Vikings, or if the NFL made second and fourth quarters 13 minutes as opposed to 15, Vikings would never lose a game. They gave up another touchdown before the half. I think I saw a stat they've given up 45 points before the half in 8 games this year, which is not good. They could not stop a 300-pound fullback, Patrick Ricard. Sure, a 3rd and 15 conversion in the fourth quarter as well. Hollywood Brown just making Chris Boyd. Is Texas back? No, it is not back. Lamar Jackson had 100-plus yards on the ground. So many missed tackles. And like I said, yeah, maybe the defense was gassed, but so many missed tackles, just like the Dallas game. And looking at the Cowboys defense, well, not today against the Broncos, by the way. Yeah, rough. And also looking at the Ravens defense at times, like, hey, when players get to the spot, they bring down the ball carrier. Like, they don't bust tackles. They don't do anything like that. But Again, it's so frustrating, man. It is. Like, the defense was a loser, obviously. Clint Kubiak, hey, boy, blunder. So, hey, he's starting to do better. I mean, because obviously the Vikings score on opening drive, scripted plays. He's very good at that. Another touchdown here. And also, the second drive, 11 plays, 94 yards for touchdown. And, hey, it's like, hey, he's expanding 2 drives. But after that, punt, 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 punt. And also, you're given manna from heaven, that Anthony Barr miracle interception in overtime, and you go backwards. You go 3 and out, and you lose yards. It's just pathetic, man. Also pathetic. So the Viking coaching staff, when Oli Udoh went out after he and CJ Ham banged knees, they bring in Blake Brandel. Okay, as opposed to Wyatt Davis. Now, we saw some speculation, well, Wyatt Davis must be really bad in practice. That's not the case. That is not it. That's just the coaching staff just going with, oh, well, Blake Brandel's a veteran. By a year. Yeah, trust the guy who was on the practice squad all last season. You're going to be your swing backup tackle. He's never played guard in his life in a game situation, but okay, sure. The Xavier Woods DPI and Bateman before the half, that one was rough. Went from a long field goal shot to a sure touchdown, making it 17-10. Josh Metellus. So Josh Metellus, like, I don't have a dog in the fight in the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry. Metellus, obviously a Michigan alum. But yeah, go Ohio State now. Screw you guys. Screw everyone. Metellus on the sideline barking at Devontae Freeman. Bro, you're not even playing. Like, there's a rookie starting over you in place of Harrison Smith. But whatever. Cost the Vikings 15 yards, and then Patrick Ricard just puts it in the end zone. Ezra got blown up and they got called for holding. That's a very special double. That's a nice parlay. Chris Boyd got toasted in coverage by Marquise Brown over and over and over again. Where stupid universe, stupid football gods make me missing Bashad Breeland and wishing that he was out on the field. It's rough. Also, so Adam Amin, he's a good play-by-play guy. I really love Mark Schlereth as well. Love me some stinking green chili. But, I mean, that TV broadcast, it sounded like a Ravens preseason game. You know, where it sounded like the local TV channel access. And it's just, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. The gushing over Lamar Jackson. The gushing over every Ravens player, Patrick Ricard. And also, I like Rashad Bateman. He's a bad dude. But they sounded like Bateman's agents and PR agents. It's unbelievable, man. It's crazy, but venting. All right, a couple winners. Man of the match, Kene, Friggin, and Wangu, opening the second half off with a kick return. 98 yards to the house, which was his second return ever. I mean, he returned his first one earlier in the game for 23. Told you about Super Freak. He's super freaky. 4-3-2 speed. Woo! That's right. Also got the first down on the fake punt. So, yeah, look out for Kene and Wangu long time more. I don't know if Madison is going to be long-term the running back too. And who really knows with Dalvin long-term. But getting and Wangu a couple of carries, whew, come on, man. Come on. They drafted him over Chuba Hubbard for a reason. Winner number 2, Eric Kendricks. Tackling machine out there, 17 tackles, and really did well in coverage against Mark Andrews in the middle of the field for the most part. And he does deserve better. Like Kendricks, time's a wasted, man. That's the most frustrating thing about just leaving Zimmer in charge, because you have all of these players. You look at Kendricks, you look at Daniil to a degree, you look at Harrison. All of these players are just wasting their careers on a team that is obviously super talented, where, hey, you have to have some talent to get these double-digit leads. You have to have some talent to get ahead and put the other team behind the 8 ball. But, you can't finish it? Oh, you can't get a submission? Oh, they rolled you. No, now you're tapping. That's exactly what's happening with the Vikings. So it is a dereliction of duty by ownership, just said duty, by ownership and Spielman to continue to roll with Zimmer here. It is. It is a spit in the face of all the fans, all the players in their prime. They're just wasting here. Like, they hope to be a 500 team, even though on paper they have the talent to be division champions, to be NFC champions, to be Super Bowl champions. But they're not right now. Winner number 3, Anthony Barr. Just an absolutely unreal interception in overtime that was squandered, wasted. Honorable mention winners, DJ Wanham, Kenny Willekes. So replacing Daniil Hunter is going to be impossible, but Wanham had a deflected pass, did a really nice job on contain, had a bull bleep horse collar on 4th and 2, where it's like, oh, well, the new rules say you can't grab the nameplate. He didn't grab the nameplate. He grabbed the top of the 8, top of the ocho, but whatever. Kenny Willekes getting some, man. Practice squad COVID call-up. First career sack on the final drive that was negated but then by the Cameron Bynum holding, but then split a sack with Sheldon to force overtime. So Kenny Willekes and DJ Wan were both getting after it out there. And so much so, I don't know if this was to get both those guys on the field, but you saw Everson playing inside quite a bit as well. So that they're trying to be creative up front and try and manufacture a pass rush since they can't just get it by lining up with Danielle Hunter there. Dalvin, $110 on the ground, 6.5 yards a carry. I mean, outside of that 66-yard run, it was a little helter-skelter, a little feast or famine, but he was running hard, man. Offensive line, for the most part, did a decent job run blocking. Justin Jefferson, 50-yard touchdown in the first quarter. Is like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Justin Jefferson breakout game. He's coming off that embarrassing game against the Cowboys, and then no. 2 catches for 19 yards on only 4 more targets the rest of the way. Just, what the hell? I mean, I understand that they're covering him, but wide receiver ones around this league with competent offensive coordinators who've been there, done that, yeah, they still scheme their wide receiver ones open. Just crazy. Thielen touchdown late in the game, only had 2 catches all day. CJ Ham, that sick 27-yard catch on 3rd down to extend this game. Yeah, whatever. Everson wreaking havoc. Cameron Bynum, welcome to the NFL. Rookie from Cal, converted cornerback. A first career interception and his first career start in place of Harrison Smith. Also had 12 tackles and a pass broken up. I think the Vikings got themselves a player there in Cameron Bynum. Special teams coordinator Ryan Ficken. Obviously the kick return for a touchdown. First one since 2016. It's kind of nice. Also the fake punt in the third quarter because they obviously saw something. They got the green light. Gave the team a spark, but then the offense did nothing with it. Sure. Mason Cole in place of Bradbury. I actually think that Mason Cole held up pretty well. You didn't see notable plays where the center was bench pressed by the nose tackle straight into Kirk Cousins, so that's always nice to see. Maybe the Vikings will have a decision once Bradbury comes off the COVID reserve list. Armand for Watts. Getting after it. Speaking of fill-ins, collapse in the pocket, getting that sack on Lamar, filling in very nicely for Michael Pierce. Same thing with jumping James Lynch. Hey, Sheldon Richardson. Hey, it only took until week 9 to get your first sack of the season. Congrats. Got a sack and a half. Good. But that's the most frustrating thing about this team is that they're not straight up bad. Right? This is not a Lions situation, but they have all of this talent. And they show it by getting these big-time leads, playing some great football, being at the pinnacle both on offense and defense, and then just finding a way, somehow, some way, typical Vikings to give it away now. That's why change has to be made. I mean, they're 3-5. They're still technically alive in the NFC, even though the Falcons, getting that big-time win against the Saints, I mean, that certainly torpedoes things, but to a degree, they still control their own destiny, which is as stupid as it sounds, but now is the time to fire Zimmer. Like, long, awkward plane ride home. They need to have that conversation. He needs to either be fired or resign or step aside or whatever because this team still has a chance. I mean, this team still has spark. Whereas if they move on from Zimmer, put Andre Patterson in as interim. Maybe they free some things up on defense. They absolutely take the governor off of the offense and then just go for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to think now. It's going to be an interesting week. Because I feel like those boos are starting to get quieter and quieter. Not because this team isn't worth booing, but because fans are starting to check out. Wild hockey's back. The Wolves are back and also bad. So, yeah, I think eyeballs and attention are starting to divert. And that's the worst possible thing for a team. And I think ownership will finally see that. But your thoughts on our thoughts, winners and losers from the stupid game that we knew was going to happen. Anyways, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pay that man his money. But until next time, Skull Production Value.